Hello and welcome to this first paint paint. Today we will go over a bust commission by CharacterFallonX on Twitter of the Bloodborne Shona. I'm very glad they actually let me draw this character, as not only it's an amazing design done by a good friend of mine, hi Tether, but also I love anything Bloodborne related, so I had to do this. As usual, at first I sketch the general shape to make sure the pose feels alright. Blocking out the shapes is something that is always very good and very helpful whenever drawing anything really. It helps figuring out where each piece of the body goes. I unfortunately had to go over the head tentacles because I really didn't like how they were looking. Like, it felt a little bit too much like Morning Air though, more than menacing overworldly appendages. The commissioner specifically requested the character to look somewhat smug or flirty, so I tried to combine a bit of both. It's not common to get to experiment with different expressions during commission, so it was a little fun exercise. After the first sketch, I always go over it for a second cleaner one. If I want to overdo it, I will do a third cleanup sketch as well, but luckily I managed to stop myself this time. Still, a secondary sketch is usually pretty good, as my lines can get very messy otherwise, especially when I'm trying to build up the anatomy. Speaking of anatomy, you will see me change the snout quite a bit here. It was very blocky in the first sketch, and I can only blame my muscle memory of drawing Skia for that. Some people can't stand line art. I personally enjoy the process of it, most of the time at least. Still, having a good brush for it and the right amount of size glitter makes it very satisfying to me. Especially when you get the circles right after redrawing them 1 billion times. much to say about the rest of the line art really, except that I added some texture with it at the end. I could have done it in the color part as well, but I feel like it's very important to add texture in the line art if the art isn't going to be shaded. Speaking of which, I did forget to mention one thing, this art is a flat colored one, that's why it won't have any shading. I'm still trying to give it of the right amount of details, however. Finally, we are at the color part of the art. You're gonna see me struggle a bit here. There was a space somewhere in between the line art and I couldn't for the life of me find it. I'm usually very helpful with this sort of things, but I guess I just missed it this time. I know color palettes are very important for a reference, but I always try to color pick from the actual character when possible, and that's why you should never add shading to your references. I see a lot of artists asking about this, and that's the main reason why. Adding a couple of final touches in the form of airbrush strokes so the colors don't feel all samey, and then the actual bust is ready. The background is very simple really, it's just a gradient with some textures from a brush I like. For this art I specifically tried to go with a red and black gradient to keep with the Bloodborne theme. Once I was done with the background, I added some overlays and adjust some levels so the colors will mesh together better. And there you have it. This art was relatively simple, yet extremely fun to work on. I love the character, I love the team, I love everything about it. Plus, I got to draw something that is Bloodborne related, which is always nice. I hope you guys enjoyed the spit paint. It's my first time editing anything really, so if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like. And if you're still here, let me know, what would you like to see me draw in the future? I may actually pick your comment and draw something related to it. Until then, take care and see you next time.